Level start.
The speed boost item will help you move through the maze more quickly.
Speed boost.
You will need to collect 3 keys to complete the maze.
Blue key.
The floppy disk will save your progress. That laser beam looks dangerous. The eraser will remove some of the walls in the maze.
Eraser. Purple key.
The portal will teleport you to a new location in the maze. There will be a return portal on the other side if you want to come back here. Stepping on the camera will force you to navigate through the remainder of the maze from a first-person viewpoint.
Green key.
The large portal will let you exit the maze. Elias awoke to darkness and neon. He'd have assumed he was dead, if not for the strangeness of the place. He could not recall any afterlife mythology described with quite such vivid colour. Still, he figured it was best not to rule out the possibility completely. The first thing he did was check his extremities. 2 arms, check. 2 legs, check. 1 head up between his shoulders, right where it belonged, check. The next thing Elias did was take a breath. It seemed both a good way of steadying his nerves against this strange new reality, as well as seeing if he was really dead or not. Last Elias had checked, dead things didn't make a habit of breathing. Vague memories of observing albino rodents scurrying their way through winding paths, like the ones he now found himself traversing, tickled at the recesses of his mind. Although he could not recall exactly why he'd been observing the rodents, he got the sense that the exercises had not been without purpose. Now that he shared the point of view of rodents, he felt sympathy for the creatures. Like them, he had no way of conceiving what the purpose of this maze was, but he could not shake the feeling that one existed. Perhaps he would be able to discern it after solving this maze. this order: cyan, green, pink, yellow. Enter the portals in this order: cyan, green, pink, yellow. Enter the portals in this order: cyan, green, pink, yellow. Enter the portals in this order: cyan, green, pink, yellow. It was no maze, it was a labyrinth. The distinction was one of scale and of the grand dark design he was beginning to sense as he wormed his way through the glowing neon hallways. The loneliness he felt mixed with a tickling sensation that told him he was not alone, and he certainly wasn't safe. The familiar rush of the booster met Elias like an old friend. He could get used to this. The labyrinth was more than just a test of his mind and spatial awareness. It aimed to stop him, even kill him. Whether this was solely for the amusement of whatever had constructed this unending maze, or because it was trying to keep him from discovering the true nature of this construct, Elias could not say. He could only keep moving and keep hoping for answers. Enter the portals in this order: blue, pink, blue, cyan, green, yellow, purple. Enter the portals in this order: blue, pink, blue, cyan, green, yellow, purple. The labyrinth was a hostile place, willing to make Elias pay for even the smallest misstep, but it could be benevolent too. The hovering discs hanging in the space above and below the maze guided him to tools to ease his progress. They looked familiar, drawing forth memories from the depths of his mind. He remembered being a child, endlessly fascinated by flying saucers. Had the labyrinth plucked that memory from his head to create the design, or were these saucers the real deal? He'd been an explorer of some capacity. Elias felt that knowledge more than remembered it. It was why he wore the spacesuit. Had he been sent to explore this labyrinth, or had the structure snared him during his exploration? Did it matter? It didn't, Elias realized. Who he was, where he'd come from, the people he'd left behind. The only thing that mattered now was the labyrinth and his quest to uncover all of its secrets. Sometimes, all you need to take the next step is to take a closer look at it. Enter the portals How long had Elias been trapped in the labyrinth? It felt like he'd been walking the neon halls for hours, but had it been longer? Days? Years? Had Elias even had a life before the labyrinth? Perhaps those tickling things in his head that he thought were memories were just his mind straining to give himself an identity. Was his name even Elias? Did he even have a name? His name became a mantra, a boon to center himself with. So long as he kept repeating it, he could keep moving, keep searching for a way out. The labyrinth was punishing enough as it was without having an identity crisis. Shaking himself free from the line of thought, he told himself firmly, "I am Elias Nova." It did nothing to improve his situation, but it did make it easier to deal with. no way of knowing what might lie around the next corner, it's best you keep your focus on taking the next step. Dodging in the buzzing balls of electricity and dipping between lasers, Elias could feel a new emotion slipping in: excitement. With death being nothing more than another chance and nothing but mystery ahead, his journey became almost fun. With each turn you take, the walls seem to be creeping closer together. The neon brightness shining around you seems to take on a more sinister tone. It almost feels like you're being hunted. He could sense presences in the darkness above and below him, could feel unseen eyes fixed on him, watching his every move with bated breath. He may have been an explorer once upon a time, but now he was an entertainer. If only he could do a flip. With each turn you take, the walls seem to be creeping closer together. The neon brightness shining around you seems to take on a more sinister tone. It almost feels like you're being hunted. It was impossible to let monotony sink in. Even as the hallways grew familiar and the neon brightness started to feel like an old friend, the designs continued to expand in complexity, keeping Elias on his toes. Sometimes, all you need to take the next step is to take a closer look at it. Elias was really getting the hang of this now. It did not matter how long it took him to reach each labyrinth's exit, or how many lives it cost him along the way. The only thing that mattered was progress. It would all make sense eventually, right?